Okay, try and make it quick if I can. This one, you can only do so much. You can do reading books, that's good. You can do push-ups, that's good. You can do self-work on your mind, that's good. Um, but it's an external, so nothing internal is really relevant in terms of, because it's an external thing from up high, from, again, capitalistic banksters and the sheeple that follow them. So yeah, it's an external problem. So I don't know how you can have an internal solution, an individual, as a human individual solution to an external problem where they have all the power and you don't have. I don't know the solution to that other than the off system log cabin idea, which even then is quite difficult. So that's that. It's not an individual, who's at fault. It's this. So I don't know how you get an individual solution to a corruption problem that's external. And then just to respond to that guy that was on the stream, so sustaining the long-term thing, which I don't have. I have this plus other, yeah, I have autism plus other stuff. So no, I can't do that. Someone with autism by itself can, not me. So I've got it combined with another conditions. So you tell me if this is familiar. You make your mind up if it's hyperactive or whatever. And then I'll show you the other hyperactive thing, and then I'll show you the discrimination. So, yeah. Switching activity. So, you'll do HEMA, and then suddenly you'll get bored and you'll do no gay. And then suddenly, one day randomly, change to Western retraining, and then suddenly you'll just you'll drop that and take up Western boxing, and then you'll forget about that, and then suddenly you're doing Western fencing, and then you're onto the nth. I'll just put nth like maths. Into the nth activity, and etc. So you make your mind up, whatever that sounds like. That's exactly my brain, and it's really difficult. So then, yeah. Then shopping. So first of all, without going into the subsection, I don't know what shop I'm going in. I don't want to go in them all at the same time, but I can't because I'm in different places and I don't have a car anyway. And then you might spend like a minute in each and not get the proper focus on any shop. And then even if you're in one shop, you're in all different departments at the same time. So, you're in the history and then suddenly you're in that. But you want to be in them at the same time and you want to read it all at the same time, you can't. But then you're in, the comic book area or the manga section, but then you're in architecture again, but then you're in flipping but then you're there, but then it's just like flip, it's craziness, right? This is how, again, you make your mind up, whatever it's called, I don't really care, but this is how it is. This is not solo autism, this is comorbidities, combined conditions. Maybe it sounds familiar. Again, make up your own decisions on it. Yeah. So you don't know which shop to go to, then you're going crazy, then you can pick one, but then you don't know which section to go to, and then you're going crazy again. Then, yeah. Do I have to cancel it? Do I cancel it? The podcast? Oh. You're not. Anyway, only be 5 minutes. Right. Here. This. Then you are in different departments. So one shop but different departments. So you go to the single edge knives, but then you feel like you need to look at backpacks, but then you need to look at, fire, lighter for bushcraft, but then you need to look at, gas stoves, and then you need to look at sleeping bags, and then etc. Again, until you're going crazy. Okay, so there you go. I've got calm with it over the years with practice. Again, make your mind up what that's called. Then, okay, say I'm in there, which I don't go anymore, but when I did, might do judo, shadow, boxing, shadow judo. But then I might think I need to do push-ups, and then I might need to do kettlebell at the same time. And then I might need to do Western boxing bag. And I might need to do an extra thing as well as all that. Yeah. And again, going crazy, running around. Chasing your own tail. Anyway. Yeah. Then you think that's fun enough. Then you've got the that plus gaslighting. So you can't sustain long-term things. You've got a combined condition. So then you're not allowed any of this because of discrimination. Then you can either be completely cut off, ostracised, non-contact, or you can interact and be abused. Then at the same time, you can be told how liberal and kind and how they're very liberal to non-Western people, and non-straight people. They're very liberal, except when you have autism, then they're not liberal then. So they're telling you, they're gaslighting the hell out of you, they're telling you they're liberal while being abusive to your condition. So that creates some very messed up brain patterns. So no long-term sustainment of solo autism, but all the so all the problem of not concentrating plus all this R-wordism, apartheid, if you want to call autistic apartheid. They do not like your energy. So they're very liberal, they're very kind, they love all non-Western cultures, except they're just completely lying. Last one. Last one or second to last one? Last one. Yes. This is what the H word means. Okay? Controlled opposition. Trying to make. Just be aware, I'm not for a second saying that doesn't exist. It 100,000,000% exists. I'm saying that be careful, because some controlled opposition people that are making money on their channel are trying to get you to get angry at them so that they can monetize and so that they can just cause chaos and just be horrible. So just be aware that there's a controlled opposition situation. There's a middle ground. Just be careful. Yeah, I think that's it for that. So imagine how difficult, you don't get any long-term sustainment, plus you get completely, you know, completely, yeah, instead of black and white, it's like, you know, it's like second-class citizen. It's like, you know, sit on the back of the bus, or even third-class citizen. So you get treated just lovely, don't you? Plus they're very kind and liberal and they love everyone. So you get gaslighted and treated like that. Yeah, that's fun. Sort of disbarred. Not that you'd want to take part in the ridiculous culture, because it's a load of toilet. But yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. So, both. So imagine having both, how difficult it is. So, if anyone wonders why I complain about normal people, this is pretty much why. Yeah. I think this is probably, the podcasts are my version of this, because I don't have a counsellor or a shrink in North America. It's not called that in England. Don't have a therapist, or a psychologist, or whatever word you want to call it. So this is my self version. If you like, so it helps me to talk about it. Yeah. Anyway. I think possibly one of the worst things is the lying and the gaslighting. Probably the inconsistency. You know, they're so liberal and so kind that they treat you like that. That's very hard to sort of put two and two together. It's very difficult. Anyway, I think we're done for that one. So, okay.